Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing Bitcoin and Ethereum and also the S&P 500. Where are we going to go next? Of course, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates about this crazy crypto market, guys. Let's go straight away into Bitcoin, guys. I'm going to show you today like a daily chart, a daily update of what's going on. I'm going to take away all of my potential indicator from here and I want to show you where we are. Guys, we had a crazy pump in the last roughly 2 to 3 hours. Bitcoin was sitting at $60,600 and then we had this crazy 4% pump in a space of a few hours and looked like it just went, out of control completely. And at the moment, you're asking yourself what's going to be happening next. Now, guys, there is something very important to consider. First of all, there is something from like a shape point of view I would like to bring to your attention, right? It's still not confirmed, but if you're going to have a confirmation of this specific shape, that could be really, really bullish for the market. And I'm talking about this daily potential inverted head and shoulder. So an inverted head and shoulder, I'm going to just design it for you over here. It's a path, it's a shape that in general, if it breaks to the upside, once you break the neckline, it can bring you just calculate the head, the height of the head compared to the neckline, and you can bring it over here. So if this, let's say, potential head and shoulder is going to play out, what it could be, it could bring Bitcoin to roughly $73,400. That could be a very big pump, from here. So, of course, all of this is going to be decided on Wednesday because we're going to have the CPI. So CPI is going to dictate whether we're going to continue to go to the upside or we're going to see a rejection. But again, looking at the shape over here, that's a scenario that I'm really looking at. And this guy's going to be our bullish scenario. But from, I would say to give you also like a bearish scenario because nothing, it's not all roses and flowers, right? So if I'm going to go and show you the bearish scenario, which is also very, very important. Like you can see that if I'm just going to go and connect these points over here in approximation, we can see that at the moment, Bitcoin is sitting into a flag. At the moment, it's into like a channel, into a bearish channel right now, and it still is unable to break this resistance over here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems, it looks pretty good in my opinion, but again, we need volume, we need strength to break this channel over here. And you might ask yourself if you're gonna be able to break the channel from I would say short-term point of view, where are we gonna go? And maybe to understand that, we can go on the 4-hour chart and see what's going on over here. So if you're actually gonna go on the 4-hour chart, the first point I can think of, if we're gonna be able to break this 63,300, 63,400 will be roughly around here at, I would say 64,400 to 65,000, and then if we're going to be able to continue, then of course I can see reaching higher levels, 67,000, 71,000 and also 73,000. But of course, guys, if you join our VIP group, I discuss about support and resistance, buy levels and all of that. It's all done for you, so you don't need to come here and just listen to all this video. And also, I specify targets over there. But for the sake of this video, I just want to tell you that I believe targets could be here, another one here, and maybe one here as well, if we're gonna break this channel over here. Just bear in mind that if you're not gonna be able to break here, then there is a chance that we're gonna go actually down and retest those levels. And I'm gonna show you also my bearish scenario in case we're gonna go down to this level over here. So again, looking at the channel, I could say that we're gonna go down from here, like I was showing you before. And if we're gonna go down, to this area, then we could be able actually to touch this area over here at $55,000. So I'm gonna go over here, we're gonna see a rejection, CPI is gonna come higher than expected, we might see something like this, and then finally a big movement to the upside. So that could be maybe last drop from here. But of course, I don't wanna bet on that. So we're already a little bit exposed in Bitcoin and also altcoins at the moment, and that's what I think it could be happening right now. Now let's also have a look at Ethereum, so ETH USDT, so we can see what's going on as well with Ethereum. This is our plan, guys. I will actually design this plan before yesterday. In that premiere video you can watch, is actually 30 minutes long, where I give you analysis on Ethereum as well. And Ethereum is into a situation right now that has been also pumping a little bit, but of course it looks like it's stuck into this pennant over here, this bullish pennant, and I'm expecting a reaction around this area in between, I would say, $2,600 to $2,800. But of course, if you're gonna be able to break these pennants already, and if Bitcoin is gonna go back to 70k, 75k, I can see Ethereum continue to go up with a target level of roughly $4,800. And in the bearish scenario, if Bitcoin, let's say, goes down to 52,000, 50,000, I can see Ethereum potentially going down to 2,500 and 2,300, but I think that altcoins have bottomed compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think, has more downside potential, whereas altcoins, they should react not too bad. So that's the only thing we gotta see. And also Ethereum, we can see, let's go on the 4-hour chart to see what's going on over here, and then similar to Bitcoin, we can just cancel all of this to see a little bit better from a naked chart point of view. So we can see that pretty much Ethereum has not even pumped at all, has formed a potential, there could be a potential triple bottom. So one bottom over here, one bottom over here, another bottom over here. But again, we had to break first of all this line of resistance to be able to go back around this area over here. So looking at Ethereum, another thing I want to show you, which is very, very important, is that slightly, you can see a slightly divergence on the RSI. So you can see the price going down like this, okay, where you can see the RSI pointing upwards a little bit, right? So that's not a really clear divergence. You want to see better the divergence. You want to see a proper, I'm going to show you right now. So that's going to be a better divergence to watch. You can see a proper downtrend over here, and then an uptrend going up to here, which then that really signifies that a reversal might take place, and this will happen. But at the moment, looks still like a good bullish divergence. We just had to wait and see how Ethereum is going to play out. But for the moment, these are the targets I can think of. And of course, if you're going to be able to break these pennants, then I can really see Ethereum going back to all-time high at $4,800. Next one I want to have a look at, guys, is the DXY. DXY, I was already explaining yesterday. We had actually a big drop over here, and that could be one of the reasons why BTC is actually pumping at the moment. So the DXY dollar currency index measures the strength of the US dollar compared to the euro and the US dollar, and at the moment, guys, is pretty much it's doing pretty well, to be honest. On the 4-hour chart, we can see that it could be further continuation to the downside. So we had a over here a potential bearish pennant, bearish flag, and it broke right now. It broke this flag, and this actually is a true bear flag. You see a continuation going down to here at 103.9, so 104, and we can see also from here what is going to be the level of support we are looking at. And looking at the chart over here, I could see the DXY actually rebounding. I'm going to just connect the dots in a better way. You can see exactly that's if this one is actually true bear flag, it could really bring us down to 103 to 104, and it is going to be a negative CPI lower than expected. I can really see the US dollar index could go back to this level over here. And of course, if it's going to go down to this area, it's going to be very bullish for stocks as well as crypto and Bitcoin. Let's go also going to go on the 1-hour chart, more intraday, to see what's going on over here. So something we gotta be careful right now. On the 1 hour, we are oversold, so there is a risk of a little bit of a rebound, which could put additional pressure on on BTC and risk assets, but at the moment, I mean, looking at the daily and the 4 hours, looks like the continuation could be to the downside. Now, next one I want to show you as well is the S&P 500. We can see also S&P 500, what's going on with them. That's going to be very important to decide, you know, what is going to happen with that. And there is something with the S&P which I'm a little bit concerned, is the fact that we can see multiple divergences at the moment, a bearish divergence on the RSI, on the 1 hour 15 minutes, but at the same time, guys, in my opinion, the S&P looks very bullish. So if, let's say, we're gonna see the CPI report coming lower than expected, we can see really the S&P breaking this level over here, which was a previous all-time high, and then risk assets should really go and fly after this, if it's going to happen. But of course, you know, we had to wait and see how we're going to open today. In half an hour, the stock market is going to open, so we're going to see if we're going to see a rejection from here, or we're going to see a continuation. Because of course, if you're going to see a continuation, let's say, you know, this, and then this, then you can see, you know, BTC to go, of course, you know, way higher, 75, 78, $80,000. But otherwise, if you're going to see a rejection and then going back down around this area at, you know, 5,100, or even as lower as, let's say, 4,800, then I can see BTC to drop as well. But again, our CPI today is going to dictate whether we're going to, not today, sorry, on Wednesday, we're going to dictate if we're going to keep going up or we're going to have a rejection. Because, of course, what also you could be expecting from here could be a potential, I'm going to go on the daily to show you a little bit better, but if the S&P is going to go, let's say, is going to do a double top from here, let's say it's going to do this and this, then it's going to be a very bad scenario, and the target for this could be actually down to here, because a double top usually has a target of the same height of the neckline and the top of the double top, and it can bring us back to roughly $4,800. Guys, I don't want to be a bear right now, but I just really would like to urge you to be very careful. RSI is on the tipping point as well. Looks like, you know, we could have some rejection over here, so we have to be very, very careful with this. Of course, you know, if you entered Bitcoin in our VIP group, where we enter roughly $60,000, then you shouldn't have any worry, because, you know, you have your stop loss in place, you have your risk management in place. But of course, you know, if you're thinking to get into BTC right now, I urge you to be very, very careful. But again, not financial advice, so do, you know, at your own risk. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow for another update about BTC, Ethereum, the crypto market, and the stock market. Take care, and I'm going to see you soon.